Alright, hey everyone, I'm back with an update video on my Doe Spectrum Black 32-inch glossy. Again, I bought this with my own money. I purchased it from Amazon, not from Doe's site. But now I have a better comparison today. I have the light, so we can see how the monitor performs in daytime. I also have my other matte monitor. It's a LG GP950B. I know these monitor names are a mouthful. But that's a 4K monitor as well. 160 hertz, 27 inches. This one's 32. I don't know if you can see. The black levels are better. And see how this is matte? This is supposed to do better with reflections. I know that one's directly probably on the light, but this is honestly fine. I know you can see me, but that's more of a diffused look. And that's, the glossy. And yes, it's probably not fully glossy. It's like a semi-gloss because they put a glossy coating on top of a matte coating, but honestly, it's fine for me. All right, here's more of a real world test. All right, here's a black level test. Colors look a little slightly better too. And this is not an OLED as well. And this is also SDR, we're not in HDR. We can do an HDR test after as well. All right, now before I display HDR content, this is the LG monitor. The max peak brightness is 603 versus the Doe. It's 13, it's actually 1316. However, I went to the HDR calibration and you can't choose 1316, so I did 1310. But yeah, the peak brightness destroys this one. And also it's gonna destroy it with the contrast as well. But let's look at some HDR content now. All right, this is HDR. I see the reflection, I know it's bad, but see how that one's brighter? So the peak brightness is brighter. And I'll drop in the comment section below or description the different, so the peak brightnesses or the brightness, I'll put it at the different window sizes as well. So, but yeah, it's nice. HDR destroys it. I know the light. Let me close the blinds. All right, this is with the blinds closed. Still a reflection. Yeah, this monitor's, it's nice. All right, we got some Cyberpunk up right now. This is not an HDR, this is SDR, because you can't duplicate the screens at the same time if you run the HDR. But anyway, yeah, after, what I forgot to say with the HDR, so in the beginning when I first got the monitor, the calibration was just off, like it needed to be updated. So Dell finally put out a firmware and they fixed HDR and it looks good now. It's not oversaturated. I don't have to do any adjustments really. I mean, I use the Windows HDR calibration, that's about it, just so I can get some saturation in there. But other than that, it looks great. But this is SDR again, this is Cyberpunk. I just want to film Cyberpunk again because I had some window setting. It was like dulling my colors on this one, so this is what it actually looks like. I mean, the OLED still looks better, but it wasn't like crazily different. Okay, so we got Black Ops 6. It's one of my favorite features I like to do is you can do, let's say your computer's not strong enough. So this is a 240 hertz OLED, right? It goes up to 240. If your computer can't do 240, you can do black frame insertion. Normally black frame insertion, at least for other monitors I've heard, it was not bright enough, but I'll show you. Like, look, this is plenty bright. Also, if you wanted to like brighten it up a little bit, essentially, so this is max brightness, right? But if you do this, the gamma, it'll make it appear a little bit brighter too. So that's what I do. I run it around like 2.0. But yeah, it's plenty bright. And again, it's the daytime, so let me move this out the way. Yep, so you're not getting the, the response time of 240 hertz, but you get like the clarity, motion clarity. So But yeah, that's cool. And you can also do this with the 1080p mode, and I'll show you that in a second. Oh, also one more thing you can do like to make it look a little brighter on black frame insertion mode is if you do the like the shadow boost option. So that helps too. Okay, but let's do the 1080p mode. I have it under the quick action button to do it, so. Reflections, but. And we'll check it in the game settings just to show you, but this is the 1080p mode. Oh, full screen borderless, but yeah, it's at 1080p, 480. Not do that, but anyway, so yeah, say your computer still can't run 1080p, you can do the black frame mode again. Oh, yeah, you'll see in a second. So instead of 480, 1080p, 480 hertz, you're doing 1080p at 240, and you get like the motion clarity of 480, so, which is nice. That's one of my favorite features. It's cool. All right, well, that's been pretty much the video about the update on this monitor. Again, I'm still enjoying this monitor. No burn-in yet. The only issue I've had so far, at least after the updates have really helped this monitor shine. Like, it's a really great monitor. But anyway, the only issue is if I put the computer, if it goes to sleep, like my computer goes to sleep if it's idle, if I turn like the monitor off instead of moving my mouse, essentially, when I try to turn it back on, it just takes a little bit for it to pick up the signal. So I have to keep switching inputs until it eventually pops up. But yeah, great monitor, recommend. I just wish, again, order off Amazon, not from their site. I know I wish they were more of a reputable company, but I love this monitor. All right, see y'all.